Okay, so this is like a really highly requested portion of my routine, and I'm going to start at the tail end of my brows with the deep dark brunette brow gel, and I fill them in at the end first because I want that color to be the most concentrated at the end and then gradually get lighter. And I'm not using much product for this. This brow gel is very, very concentrated. And the next portion I'll use that lighter color, which is in Dirty Blonde, and I'll fill in the beginning of my brow. So for this portion, I'm going to underline my brow with this shade that is half as light as my skin tone. So that's why I mixed the NC45 and NC50 to get sort of a highlight, but not too much, and then I'll blend it out and down. And so now I'll take my same color concealer, NC50, still the Select Cover Up by MAC, and outline the top of my brows just to clean it up even more. And that portion is going to disappear once I do all of my blending and put my foundation on. So I'll just blend up and out and down. So now we'll start with the base on the eye. I'm using Blacktrack by MAC, which is a fluid line eyeliner. Also use it as a base. It's going to help give me this really dark eye. And then I'll take the shadow Red Brick by MAC and start to blend out my crease and sort of create a transition of that color. And it's also still making it kind of gothic, vampy looking. And I'll take some Folie and try to even deepen it a little bit, but still transition from the black. And then I'll set that Blacktrack with Carbon eyeshadow by MAC and pat it all over and blend it up. And I'm using a 217 brush for all of this. It is great for blending. Okay, so now to create that widen eye look, I'm using a pencil by MAC called Fascinating, and it's a white creamy pencil. And I'm lining my waterline as well as a little bit below my lashes, so it's going over that and creating a bigger look. And then I'm taking a 232 brush with some more Blacktrack and just taking it and kind of finely lining underneath where that white portion stops and blending the Blacktrack down. And I'll do that for both sides. Now I'll move on my face, concealing all of my hyperpigmented areas. I'm using Studio Finish Concealer by MAC in NC50 and using my fourth finger to cover up all of those areas and lightly blending too. Then I'll use the foundation. It's Studio Fix Fluid. I'm still NC50 in that. I'll just use it all over my face, kind of avoiding my under eye area. because I want to come back in and highlight that with NC45 Studio Finish Concealer. I'll go underneath my eyes, on my top lip, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and then I'll blend all of that out with a flat, small concealer / foundation brush by Real Techniques. Okay, now I'm going to do a heavy contour using MAC Sculpting Cream. And this is in the darkest shade, which is Richly Honed. It's H-O-N-E-D. And I really want to carve out my cheeks because I was thinking about how a little dead doll looks. Just trying to create that dimension in my face with the Richly Honed. And then I set my under eyes with the Ben Nye Banana Powder, and I'll take some carbon and go over my under eye area, and then I'll take some more red brick and blend it out. So I'm doing the same steps I did for my upper eyelid, bringing that out and down farther than I normally would to still create that hollowed out eye look. I'll take some Hot Naughty 2 mascara on the top, don't do the bottom. Then I'll take a brush I got from Michaels. It's a blending brush, it's a paint brush actually, and I'll just blend up and out that Richly Honed. And I'll put some Richly Honed down the sides of my nose to create some more dimension there. Take some really light false lashes. These are Wispies, WSP, by Red Cherry, and I'll line them along the bottom of my white fascinating line. And then I'll take some oversized lashes on the top. These are 199s by Red Cherry, and just paste those along the top. It's good to have your eye open when putting on lashes so you can see where they kind of sit on your eyes. Alright, and now I'll set my face with MSF Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark. And I'm using the loose version, Richly Honed, and did my temples and across my forehead and went over my cheeks. And I'm going to set that with Blunt, which is a blush by MAC. I'm also bringing it in on my nose, my forehead as well. And then add some blush. I'm using Illamasqua and Excite, concentrating on the apples of my cheek and then dragging it back. And I also mix that Excite with Carbon eyeshadow by MAC.